GMs for hire.
Welcome back to James for Hire. I'm Matthew Perry, and the Yankees have made a pretty big trade. Just a few hours ago, it was announced via Jeff Passan, Ken Rosenthal, etc. The Yankees have acquired Jameson Taillon from the Pittsburgh Pirates in exchange for four of their prospects: right-handed pitcher Miguel Yager, right-handed pitcher Roncy Contreras, outfielder Cannon Smith, and shortstop Michael Escato. First thoughts on this? Wow, I mean, Brian Cashman, who's been generally quiet all off season, besides a few pickups here and there. Kluber most recently, which very much helps the rotation. Goes and gets Jameson Taillon, former second overall pick back in 2010. He's been through a lot. Had cancer, had two Tommy John surgeries. He's only 29 years old. He has 2 years of team control, which definitely benefits the Yankees. Looking further into what the Yankees gave up, Miguel Yager, he's only 22 years old, right-handed pitcher. I believe he made his MLB debut last season with the Yankees. He's their number 15 prospect, or was at least. Roncy Contreras, right-handed pitcher, he has not made his MLB debut yet. He's only 21 and was the Yankees' number 19 prospect. Cannon Smith, the outfielder, he's only 21 as well, and he was the 21st top prospect for the Yankees. And then 18-year-old Michael Escato, he's a shortstop, and not much known about him yet. He's still very young. It'll be several years before he is able to make an impact on an MLB level. Yeah, I mean, I really like this trade personally as a Yankee fan. We definitely still needed more pitching help, and I think Taillon was a risk worth taking. Obviously, two Tommy John surgeries that could affect velocity and overall pitching ability, but he's shown some good stuff, and I mean, you don't get picked second overall for nothing. He definitely has what it takes. He's reunited with Garrett Cole. They were obviously teammates together on the Pittsburgh Pirates years back, and Taillon has expressed great interest in reuniting with Cole, and he'll finally get to do so here. I think he can learn a lot and overall become a better pitcher. On the Pirates side, I mean, as a Pirates fan, you have just about nothing to look forward to this season, unfortunately. These are four solid prospects that I think can definitely help in the future, or maybe become pieces for another trade moving forward. But yeah, Pirates fans, prepare yourself for a pretty rough season. I don't see the Pirates being successful for at least a couple more years. They've definitely made several trades. The Musgrove trade most recently with the Padres. Now this one, they're definitely setting themselves up for the future, which I think is good. And, if you could sit there and ride through the storm, you're going to be rewarded in a few years, because I do think as they build up this farm system, they're going to have some good players to work with. So, I mean, for now, just hang in there, Pirates fans. It's just a matter of time, really. But yeah, this season, it's going to be rough. The Yankees, though, I mean, if they were ever out of World Series talks, which I don't think they were, they still have probably the best lineup in the majors, top to bottom. Pitching was their main problem, and they've definitely done things to address it. Obviously, Paxton and Tanaka aren't coming back, at least not yet. Nothing's set in stone, of course, but bringing in Kluber, bringing in Taillon, Luis Severino will be back from his Tommy John surgery about midway through the year, I want to say. This rotation is shaping up to be something special. Garrett Cole, Corey Kluber, Taillon, Sevy when he comes back, Jordan Montgomery. You still have Davy Garcia, who's still very young and showed some promise last season. You still got Clark Schmidt. The fact that the Yankees didn't have to give up anyone like Clark Schmidt or Davy Garcia yet is fantastic. And I know the Yankees were rumored to be in on Luis Castillo. Of course, the Reds GM shut that down. I would have loved to have Luis Castillo on the team. I think he's even better than Taillon. And he's younger, I want to say, but that unfortunately didn't work out. But we gave up less, and we still got something that can help the Yankees. So I see this as a good trade on both parts. Obviously, the Pirates are getting what they want, which is the future, and the Yankees are definitely looking more in win now mode, which I think they need to be moving forward. I hope we sign Tanaka still, and I'm a little biased. He is my favorite player, and I don't know what I would do with my favorite players on a team other than the Yankees. That has not happened to me before. My favorite player was Derek Jeter before he retired, and he was a Yankee for life. So I really didn't have to go through that. But it'll be weird. It'll be really weird seeing Tanaka elsewhere. Even if he returns back to Japan, I don't know. I'll still feel a little bit of emptiness inside. But Taillon's obviously a good pickup. I don't know how the Yankees are doing budget wise. I mean, they're the Yankees, so you would think that they still have a little bit of money to work with. I know Adam Ottavino is someone that they've been searching for a trade partner to try to free up some cap space to get rid of his contract, because he's taken a couple million away from the Yankees this year, and he's kind of on the decline. He's closer to his late 30s now. I want to say he's around 35. But yeah, things are looking good for the Yankees. I do really like this trade. If we can make, I want to say one more deal. I think one more move, maybe get a bullpen piece. I still like Brad Hand. I think that'd be nice. Need another lefty in the bullpen. Obviously Chapman's still the closer, but he's inconsistent. I have a video ranting about him back from the ALDS. I'm not pleased with Aroldis Chapman, and I think we could always use one more lefty, mix things up a bit. And I think Brad Hand would be great. Obviously, Liam Hendricks is off the market, Kirby Yates is off the market, but Hand is still solid, and I think could very much help. So if we could get a deal with him, hopefully, depending on money, I think that'd be nice. I think we're good on starters now, honestly. The guys we picked up, obviously Taillon through this trade, and Corey Kluber, they're kind of health risks. I want to say Kluber's only pitched, I want to say, like 27 innings in the past 2 seasons or something like that. And then Taillon, obviously 2 Tommy John surgeries. It's a risk. It's definitely a risk. And the Yankees, the last few seasons, have definitely had a trouble with injuries, that to say the least. I mean, it seems every year countless people are being taken out with the injury bug. Stanton, Judge, Sevy with Tommy John, Tanaka was having arm issues, and it sucks. But I mean, you got to roll with the punches, and hopefully Taillon and Kluber could stay healthy. Kluber reuniting with one of his past pitching coaches in Matt Blake. Yeah, I mean, it should be good to see. Yankees obviously re-signing DJ LeMahieu will help our offense a bit. We've made some good moves. The Yankees have made plenty of good moves. I think this could be enough, but I'd like to see one more, preferably Brad Hand. But I know money's on the tighter side this year because of COVID. Every team's at a loss for the most part. So it'll be interesting to see. But Brian Cashman is awake. Believe it or not, he is off the streets of New York, out of the sleeping bag, and he seems to be back in the office making some moves, which I love to see. I love to see it. I know he had it in him. He's a late sleeper, but when he wakes up, he does something good. But yeah, Jameson Taillon to the Yankees. And for now, I've been Matthew Perry for GMs for Hire, and I'll see you next time.